It doesn't matter where you're looking on the timeline right now, everybody thinks we are in a bear market. And listen, can we really blame people for thinking that? I don't think so, because this bull run has been nothing but pain for most altcoins out there. Besides Bitcoin, maybe Solana, Ethereum, Sui, and just a few others, this has been a very prolonged bear market for the majority of the altcoin season. After Bitcoin broke below $100,000, the bears are getting louder and louder, saying that it actually is over. But if you have been in crypto for longer than a cycle, or for longer than just this bull cycle and this meme coin season basically is what it has been, you know that bull runs do not end when the sentiment is as low as it is right now, and with basically nobody making money. Like, I remember in 2021, the signs were obvious. I would go to KFC or to McDonald's, and even the people working at McDonald's, they would delay taking your order because they were buying meme coins. Like, they were buying Doge Elon Mars and, Mars coin and Safe Moon and stuff like that. We're not seeing anything like that. And let's just imagine that the bull run ended today or last week or on this peak here. We wouldn't realize that it was actually over. Only after like 6 or 9 months, that's when people actually wake up to the fact that the bull run is actually indeed over. And I think that there are so many bullish things coming up, like Trump giving stimulus checks to all the Americans and the QT ending. There are so many bullish things coming up that I simply refuse to believe that this is over. And 90 to 95% of bears, or people who just flip bearish, are actually right today for the first time ever. If you're new to the channel, my name is Alex, and I've been covering the Internet Computer Protocol for the past 4 years. Since 2021, I met the Dfinity team over a dozen times, even went to their headquarters in Zurich to see what they're building and how they're building it. So if there is somebody who can give you an inside look at ICP and Dfinity, that's me. So let's have a look at a few pieces of news, because I think that stuff sounds way worse than it actually is. And I don't know about you, but I'm feeling more confident and, safer holding ICP than I would be by holding basically any other token in the crypto market right now. So if anybody wants to have exposure to crypto with the least risk involved, I think that ICP is looking better than most coins, even better than Bitcoin, even better than Ethereum, even better than Solana, even better than ADA, Sui, and so on and so forth. And I talked in previous episodes in the past couple of weeks about how ICP is one of the few tokens, one of the 3, 4, 5 tokens that actually broke out of the range formed on the 10th of October when we had the massive liquidation cascade for 99% of the crypto projects. I said many times that I think that 90% of projects are gonna go extinct, if not now, maybe in the upcoming bear market. So ICP is still consolidating here. I made a post saying this. ICP has been accumulating in the green box, which is $6 to $6.3 for the past couple of days. The daily RSI is reset. Whales keep accumulating, and we're gonna see some posts about this. And the volume is constant. Although Bitcoin decided to drop below $100,000, which was a very important levels for many people. It broke below those resistances here. It really feels like there is no floor for Bitcoin anymore. So bears are getting louder and louder, but I think that this is just noise, and we're here to filter the noise and to get the facts. BTC drops to $95,000, and ICP manages to retain its $6 floor after a little dancing on the charts. This is from the Crypto Professor. He's been talking about the Internet Computer Protocol in the past couple of days. You really are not bullish enough on how hard this will send. And I said it time and time again, tokens that actually do well when the entire market is red are the tokens that are gonna explode once the market returns and everything starts going well. And I think that an even better chart to look at is not even just ICP USD, it is ICP BTC. And once the BTC dominance starts dropping, we're gonna see some crazy pumps on the tokens that have been performing, relatively well, while Bitcoin has been going down only. Another bullish thing that it's important that we pay attention to is what are whales doing? And ICP whales have not been sleeping and have not been patient on this ICP drop. The supply held by wallets holding over 100,000 ICP has been steadily going up despite the ICP price going down, which suggests that whales and mega whales have been accumulating on this dip. Maybe they know we're not actually in a bear market and this is just the final shakeout. This bull run has just been a shakeout after shakeout, but eventually everybody's gonna be shaken out and we can finally run. We have this post from Mike, Big Boss Passion. 55,000 ICP has been locked for 8+ years in the past 24 hours. So not only are whales buying ICP, they're also staking it. This really shows the confidence that they have in the vision that Dfinity has for ICP. I want us to have a look at coin glass, longs are just getting wrecked here. So shout out to Bobby O, who first pointed this out, that it's a really big discrepancy between ICP longs and short being liquidated. And now that the price has been trending down for the past week or so, we're seeing 10 times more longs getting liquidated than shorts, which, listen, I said it time and time again, and I'll keep saying it as many times as it's necessary, because although I say it, nobody listens to it. Do not play with leverage if you're not experienced. 95 or 98% of leverage traders lose money leverage trading. They're not profitable. And those are professionals or people that actually think they know what you're doing. So if you don't know what you're doing and you're still playing with leverage, there is a 110% chance that you're gonna lose your money. Buy the tokens that show strength during bad periods, hold them spot, and cash in the profits in 3 to 6 months from now. Now, I wanna go into some more general bullish stuff that is happening. So Trump announced that he's gonna give $2,000 to every American from the tariff deals that he's been making. I don't know how lucrative those were, or if this money actually comes from tariffs, but what's important, every American is gonna have $2,000 extra to their name. And what did they do last time in 2020 or 2021? They threw all of it in crypto just to turn $2,000 into tens of thousands of dollars, which is actually what happened. And that really started one of the craziest altcoin runs that we've ever seen. I think that's gonna happen this time as well. On top of that, although people are saying that it's bearish, we're in a bear market, stuff like that, people seem to forget, I don't know how, that QT is gonna end on December 1st. You look at this, you read this, people got a little bit bullish as soon as these news came out. But now, if you want to scare them away before the largest altcoin season in the human history, you need to convince them that it's actually over. And it feels like they managed to convince 90 to 95% of people that it is actually over. And if it actually is over, despite Ethereum, Bitcoin, and maybe a little bit of Solana, most altcoins are at historic lows. So I would rather not sell, for example, had I been a Multiverse 6 holder, I would rather just take this down with me. I would go down with this ship rather than selling it here, which is the lowest it's ever been in its price history. So if it's over, then so be it. But if it's not over and you sell here and then the prices start pumping without you, I think that would be even more painful than losing, the little money left in your altcoin. And finally, we have a few updates from caffeineai, which keeps on the global takeover with more caffeineai events. The latest one was in Lisbon. Caffeine recently paid a visit to Lisbon, where non-technical and technical people alike were able to create their own apps through conversation and a bunch of stuff that people have built. Let's see some of the photos here. We need more of this, and I'm really happy that caffeineai is taking a hands-on approach. And the next event, for those of you who are in London, that's where the next event is gonna be. The next caffeine event is almost here, London on December 1st. Which is actually the day when QT ends. And I think that after QT ends, we may finally see some relief and the long-awaited altcoin season that, we have been talking about. And we've been talking about it for a long, long time. So if you're feeling scared right now, do not blame yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. This is exactly what the market is trying to do to you. And listen, it's playing its hand really, really flawlessly. And it would be a mistake not to be afraid. But despite being afraid, trust the process, trust the plan that you had 2, 3, 4 years ago when you embarked on this crypto journey. And I think that unless this time is actually gonna be different, I think that the same thing is gonna play out, and looking back is gonna make a lot of sense. So don't be afraid, hold your ICP. I don't know about 90% of the other altcoins, but I'm super confident in ICP right now. It's looking better than 99% of cryptos, and I think that the move is to sit on your hands. Thank you very much for watching this video. Let me know in the comment section below if you have any questions or suggestions. And with that, we're done. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.